I am live. This is a very random and impromptu live because I know it's a little while since I've done one. And so here I am. If anyone is about on a Monday afternoon, and it's half term as well, so I'm aware you may have small people about the place. In my case, I have a large person about the place who I barely see from one day to the next. Computers, you know. So hello and welcome to anyone that's going to drop in. If it's just me, I'll carry on anyway, because, why not? Very much enjoyed Lexi's Whatnot, Bad Biscuit, that is, Whatnot sale yesterday. Great fun to watch and see. I seem to have a little trouble actually paying for my purchase, but no doubt we can sort it out because I'm completely new to that sort of thing. So I thought I really at least ought to do this. Now, there's going to come a time when I'm going to be able to do that looking down onto the jewellery. Hi Lex. I'm going to be able to do looking down onto jewellery, which I'm fully aware, in spite of my complete lack of professionalism, is a better option. So I've got a kind of a holder for the phone so that I can try and do it. That's the idea. I'm a bit of a scruffball today because I literally just came in from shopping. And hello. How's your witchy friend? My witchy friend is coming tomorrow. My very good friend Becky is coming to stay. So that's why I thought I should do this today. I've got my van back. I'm a happy witch because I have my Bessie B van on the road, which means I can post things. Awfully handy when you run a business. Hello, Tanya, my jewellery addiction. Now, Anne, I was telling you about Tanya and also about Jason Adams as to be two channels you cannot miss. So, will we be doing the lives again? Oh, I know what you mean. The evening things. Possibly not, because our schedules rarely coincide these days. But, never say never. We did enjoy doing the Witches Inn. But yeah, it's tricky. Wednesday evenings are now my drumming night. Samba drumming with Loco Fogo. Just the best samba drumming in Kent. There are other bands, but, we're the best. We did a lovely lantern parade in Tunbridge Wells. Got bloody soaked, though. I was a wet goth. I was absolutely... I did a lovely performance and there were lots of little lanterns and kids with lanterns and everything. It was very sweet. And we were very, very loud. So Wednesday night is now my samba drumming night. Let me show you the first thing. It's not jewellery, so let's get that out of the way. The stuff Tanya finds is phenomenal. But, she knows where to pick and she's been doing it a while. And, of course, we all have places we like to go. This won't show up well. It's very large. Well, no, it isn't very large, but it's big and it's black and it's solid linen. It's one of those really, really thick, heavy quality linen. I would say it's a jacket. It's got two big pockets at the front and it also has this sort of nice waistband detail at the back. I'm going to try it on for myself because I thought of me and then I thought I'm not sure it is me. But I did pay £12.50 for it. That's probably about $15, I'm reckoning. But it's by a brand called... and I'm finding very little information on them because they're incredibly niche, maybe too niche. They're called Lane 45. And I just thought it was such a nice quality thing. Unfortunately, where I found it, it was dead to the internet, so I couldn't check it up on the webs. But I'm sure I will do reasonably well out of it. It is a lot of fun. Drumming, I have to say, is incredibly therapeutic because you cannot be thinking about anything else. And when I started doing the drumming, I had no idea how complex it was going to be. And I also did a very silly thing in picking possibly the most difficult drum out of the ones to learn. Because I like a challenge. You're doing Etsy listings. Yes, Lex. Etsy is something I absolutely have to get on board with. I've got some really nice vintage things. And I just think they're really nice high quality stuff. And I'm not sure that eBay is necessarily the best place for them. So I'm chewing that one over. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. Now, I did get a bag of jewellery, which for me is very rare because that doesn't happen. I mean, you can get bags of jewellery from certain charity shops, as we know, online. But today I had a feeling I needed to go to this place, and my feeling, my intuition, bless it, was right as usual. And I found a jewellery bag there for 10 English pounds, which was lovely. But this isn't the jewellery bag. This, I'm trying to work out what the hell, which way it goes up, is it's got cashmere in it. And it's like one of these sort of mini poncho things. Not really my colour. Pink. Very Barbie pink. It's not quite as bright as it's appearing on the screen. But it was £2, so I know I can make profit out of it. It's by a company called, who I don't know, called Reseller. But it is 70% wool with, well, if it's 70% wool, 30% cashmere. I thought they can't add up. I thought it was only 10% cashmere. So, little bits of clothing, of which I'm trying to do somewhat less of. But if I see something good, I can't help myself. Now, into the bag. He has a bag. 10 English pounds, which I'm guessing is probably about $12 or $13, but I'm not good. I haven't been to America in a very long time, so I'm no good at conversion. And one item, I'm going to need a tray to put them on, aren't I? That's very badly thought through. This I bought. I paid £3 for this. And I bought it just because I thought it was quite unusual. And that is actually the I say blue gold stone, because blue stone just doesn't sound right, does it? But I'm thinking, if I'm right, that little M is a Madewell M. We don't get Madewell jewellery very often over here because it's not me at all, but it's very much an American brand. But I just liked the blue goldstone and the fact that it was chunky and really rather fun. And that is definitely maybe it's not a Madewell M. My eyes, my eyes. Let's get the eyes. Who are you? Myka, M-Y-K-A. Well, you might not be anything, but, I liked the design. I liked the way it was sort of put together and the antiqued brass kind of look. So that could be a fail. It was seeing that M. It's so like the Madewell one, but it isn't quite. So we will find out. Let me get a little tray. Let me get a little basket, and then I can sort of decant and then show. I apologise for it not being totally professional, but as I say, I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways of improving this, because although I love doing live streams and I'm not really into the sort of YouTube thing per se, I like doing it. I have to sellotape this together, which is really awkward because you can't undo it. Bear with. Doing it. See listings. Well, good for you. It must be quite early in the morning. Well, it's morning, isn't it there, Tanya? I would imagine, because you're in California, if I'm right. Very envious of that. I'm just going to dump the whole thing out. Right. Here we have a complete bowl of loveliness. So we'll just pick some things out. It could be a complete bust, but for £10, I thought, why not? And I was kind of intrigued by what looks like. I don't know if it is horn. It's certainly made to look very tribally. That's a bit of agate. A nice cold bit of agate. So that's quite likely. I think these may be horn or perhaps plastic, but these look like horn. Excuse me, nails. They're always kind of falling apart when I've been up the garage of a morning. I like Madewell stuff as well. I like finding their clothing, but again, it's not something that happens often. This is Saks, S-A-K-X. Saks London. Saks. That's probably a good brand. They wanted £5 for it initially. It's rather cool, isn't it? I do like a bit of tribally. My problem is I can only wear, it sounds terrible, but I can only wear silver or gold for any length of time. So, and I haven't been peeking in here. I deliberately kind of shoved it in a bag and so I was trying to explain to the ladies in the charity shop. I said, I do this YouTube thing where I like to go through a bag and just show people what I've got and see what we find. So I said, I'm trying not to look. I do. Check if it's cold. Well, everything's cold at the moment, but this is a kind of collar length. And these are some sort of stone. They could be glass, actually. But no, that's definitely a stone. And some silver tone beads. It's not anything precious, but it's quite nice. And great fun. Who knows, one day I might do a whatnot. I don't know. I need a better setup, because I quite like that format. Tanya, Lex did a whatnot, which is our sort of equivalent of one of those things where you can sell, kind of have an auction as you go. And it worked very well, I thought. I was thinking Lex did very well with it. And it was a slightly different format to what I've seen other people do, but it was fun to watch as well. This has a little bit of wear, but this again is quite sort of cool and tribally. There's a little heart there. Little dangles. Whatnot looks great fun. I'm slightly terrified of it, because like I say, I can't even make me paying when I buy stuff work at the moment. But I will get my head around it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got heaps and heaps of followers either, which probably doesn't help. But you know, oh no, I wonder if these are, no, these are not real pearls. I've just done that rubbing them together, but it's a blue and pearl coloured, and I think it's lost a couple of things as well. That may very well go into craft. I'm trying to work out what the, can't work out what the blue is. It's a little bit scrappy. I think that'll possibly go into a craft lots, because I have got craft lots to sell. Some are listed, and I've got an awful lot more to list. Oh no, this is very cute. But is this very strange? This actually is plastic. Oh, I know why. Because it's one of these. It's one of these prayer, sort of a prayer thing, I think, where you kind of count the beads as you go. They are an acrylic. See, they've got slightly knobbly ones. Always need a knobbly one. You've got to remember to pray. But that's not in the best of nick either, so that won't get put into craft. Right. To get something broken. This happens. You know, I wasn't expecting a lot from this, because it's a £10 bag, and this place hasn't had them in a very long while. What did they want for it initially? £4. You'll be lucky, because look, it probably just needs a jump ring, but it also had another piece that went on the bottom, so that would have had another piece because there's a jump ring there. So that's definitely craft. So doing blind pick. Oh, hello, Lainey. How are you, love? How's it going? How's it hanging? Okay, this looks like it's a stainless steel chain with a little, probably not really attached to it. That's a nice stone, but I'm imagining that's glass. I think that's very unlikely to be anything else. It looks like pewter. Oh, I think it's Miracle. We all know Miracle, don't we? That's our lovely Scottish brand of, God, tiny writing, mind you. Exquisite. That's the other brand that looks a lot like this. It's Exquisite, but I don't think, although it's a vintage chain, I'm not sure that it matches the pendant itself. That's a nice little vintage thing. I am currently trying to work on vintage lots, but I've got quite a lot of it, and I don't know how big or small to go with them. So I'm still working on that. Still working on that, and I need to do a stock take as well. And I'm trying to buy less clothes and move more into jewellery, because it's practical for where we are at the moment now, space and stage of life and stuff like that. We want a little less clutter. I'm a bit of a clutter queen, to be honest. Here we go. This is a nice little glass seed bead with one of those on the end. I think that's bits of shell, and they're kind of put into a lucite resin. Yeah, actually, that looks like it's had a bash. So that may be going to craft. Yeah, I think someone's actually banged it. Never mind, there'll be a good craft lot. Ooh, don't lose things on the floor, Hannah. Do not lose things. Hanging way too low and sucky. Oh, now. Be kind to your good self. Joys are getting older, huh? There we go. This is a real old chunker monker. One nice silver tone bead there. The rest are kind of a nice heavy acrylic. Oh no. Oh, Lainey, a fungal rash on your legs. Oh, no. Oh, let's hope the doctors can sort that out for you. Yep, that's kind of cool. So some big chunky monkeys here. I'm trying to pull out first. Oh, try not to drop them on the floor. Oh, right, this is cute. Right, let's see if I can hang it up the right way. This is one of these things that looks like it's a little card, Peter Pan collar, that you pop over something plain. And there is a little AB crystal just in there. That's really cute. I'm trying to work out if that's gold or silver tone because the light's gone a bit funny now. Kind of very pale gold tone and modern, but still cool. Still cool. You're waiting on the prescription. Oh, I'm fine. I'm good. My van nearly bit the dust. She started overheating. I'm very attached to my vehicle, in case anyone didn't know. She started overheating really rather horribly. I went to 2 garages and they diagnosed different things and didn't want to fix it. She's old. She's Japanese. What more can I say? They really didn't want to know. Well, when I say she's old, she's 1999. It's not that old, is it? Here we go. This is wooden, this one, with some metal spaces in between. Again, a bit of a tribally feel there on a vintage clasp. £3 they wanted for that. Oops. Lex is doing another whatnot. I've seen it pop up on my notification. So they thought she was terribly, terribly ill. And then I took her to a garage that someone recommended, who's expert in dealing with older stuff. Hi, Karen. And they said, oh well, we think it is a blown gasket, which can be a bit terminal sometimes in an old vehicle. And then the chap took a few days to have a look at it and said, I don't think it is that. I think it's something much simpler. Turned out to be leaky coolant pipes. Who knew? That was sorted out for a lot less cost and a lot less hassle. So, hello, Jane Brown. So, yes, it was a bit of a squeaky bum moment, thinking I was going to lose my van. These are glass. Very nicely done. Lots of different shapes. Square ones and these ones that you see everywhere, these kind of... But that's one of these multi-strand on a fishing wire, which are the bane of us trying to sort things. So van is all fine, which is good, because trying to run your business when you haven't got an operational van, well, just say it was a bit stressful, and I got very acquainted with the local buses. Not necessarily in a good way, because they're not brilliant out here. I think city buses are fine, but when you start getting out into the country, they get a little more unreliable. This is one of these. It's one of these jobs. It's very pretty, actually. It's modern, but it's very much in that sort of Victoriana kind of look. Faux pearls, of course. Life in the old bee yet. Yes, there is. I was talking to Emma. Emma, who was on your show yesterday, Lex, and she was saying she fancied a road trip to Wales. I'm thinking, oh, okay, better get the van going then. Better keep her going. This is one of these. We get a lot of this sort of thing. It's kind of like maybe it is how like ceramic. It's just got that feel beachy, I suppose you would say. Bit of shell going on there. I see a lot of that sort of thing. So it's one of those designs, right? I see some dog tags here, because you always need dog tags. Pussycat. Well, Pussycat is bigger than ever. He's definitely flumptious, and portly, I think, as a cat can be. Mind you, that saved his bacon, didn't it, last time, being big? Nondescript dog tags, nothing on them. So yeah, he hasn't got into any strange vans since. So he's been absolutely fine. He's been glorious, and enjoying the fuss and the attention and the treats and the lap. And the other cat was a bit peed off, of course. He wasn't too impressed that Max came back. But yeah, very happy that he's back. This is very cute. Should have got this listed really, shouldn't I, for Valentine's? Little hearts and glass hearts and open ones, just on a cord. No maker. I will soon tell you if there were makers. Nothing spectacular. Oh, hang on. There's an earring situation going on. Oh, the earrings match. And they put them together. Right. This is quite cute, actually. Here we go. There's the pendant on mother of pearl, sort of enamelled. And then there are two little earrings, which echo the design there. Enamel. I don't know who's made this. There's nothing to say. But that's quite cute. And all the better for having earrings with it. So it may well end up in a lot because I'm horribly lazy. Oh, yes. I wonder if I'll get an owl. It's very nice and bright, that pendant. Yeah, and as it's a set, I'd like to get it on. This does have some wear to it. Which is the front, which is the back. Don't think it matters. It's one of these, a Cleopatra type. On a silver tone? No, it's worn gold tone. I think that's got to go to craft. It's a little bit too gone. Oh. Much tangulation. I'll try and keep it to a minimum because, especially as you can't even see what I'm doing. Come on. Here we go. I like these sort of things. They're a bit gothy. Little blood red. Bit vampire's wife, isn't it? Very cute. Acrylic, of course, but really rather sweet. This is intriguing me. It's huge. Hang on. And we're there. Okay, it's got some wear on the back, but that's quite unusual. It's a big old dangly job. Big old dangly thing. See, they've kind of attached it in a very secure way. Again, no maker, which is a shame. But even though that's got a bit of wear on the back, that's not going to affect the way it's seen in wear. And that's quite modernist. I know people like modernist. Let's see if I can shake some. Shake it out. Shake it out. It's funny, jewellery that I like, as in that I go, oh, that's nice, and jewellery that I wear are often different things. Because a lot of stuff just doesn't suit me. Now, this has some wear on the back. This is very beachy again. It looks quite nice at the front. Little dangles. And is it missing some dangles? No, I think it only has the one. It has the kind of whatever they painted the mother of pearl in. It has worn off on the back. But, it's still quite wearable. Yeah. Beachy look coming up, I think. Chilly. Shh. You're at work. Do I need to whisper? That's silly, isn't it? Do I need to whisper? Oh, dear Lord. I seem to have a... Oh, I was really thinking it was just a chain. This is atmosphere at their finest, which is Primark to you and me. Oh, there was something in there that's dropped out. So I think that'll be going to craft, unless I find the bit and I can fix it. But the bits don't always turn up, do they? Oh, no, that's unusual. Modern again, but it's quite sort of spiky. Acrylic, a bit industrial. Silly, naughty, yes, naughty. At work. Oh, I was going to say I'm supposed to be at work. I am at work. But that's always at home. I haven't worked in an office for quite a number of years. I have no wish to either. It doesn't suit me. That's very tangled. We'll come back to that. Good Lord. Come on. Let's untangle now. Okay, this is a modern bit of nonsense. Here we go. Little acrylic bits and pieces. Bit of a cha-cha feel. Nice short length. Interesting colourway. I haven't seen too many things like that. Ah, good Lord. There are many tangles. Ah, okay, we've got one. Hello, Lizzie and Louie. It has been a while. I've not done so many of these. It's just that I've been incredibly busy. And my time was taken up by not having a van and having to go over by bus. Oh, this is the next one. It's quite sweet. Nice purple colour there. Just a nice big piece. on a leather cord. Nice little modern bit of loveliness. I have to start undoing a few. Problems come when you get multi-strands, aren't they? Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. There we go. That's sort of silver and gold tone there, all coloured in. Again, a little bit industrial, a little bit punk. Run, please. So I've not found anyone with a name on it yet. I found an odd earring. There we go. That had to happen. Right. Something that looks older. This is promising. Yeah. It definitely has an older feel, doesn't it? Let's see if I can find a clasp. It's very in the likes of, Coro and all that sort of thing. And it does say something. I actually should have my proper loop, not just... How professional is this? Seriously. I've got loops all over the place, but can I find one? This is Napier. Or Napier, depending. I tend to say Napier, but that's just me. Whatever. But that's a nice Napier one. And it's not bright gold. It's kind of quite an old gold look. There's a little wear. But I love all these old things. I love the vintage. Jason, hello, my darling. Hello. Hope you're well. A lot of this jewellery it's a bag I got for £10. So it's kind of like, well, let's see if we can find something of interest. But I hope you're well. You're meant to be getting ready for a move, I believe, aren't you? Busy man. Thumbs up. Yeah. Oh. No, I thought for a minute that said something, but it doesn't. There we go. I'm going to try and get a proper arm so that I can show the jewellery off a little better. Because I have got some nice things that I'd be really interested in people's opinions on. Because I'm not quite sure what they are and how, where to go with them. I've been hoarding for a while now, so it's all got very out of hand. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Definitely not silver. Oh, if only it was, because it's rather sweet. It does have a logo, but it's not. I very much doubt I'll be able to show you. I don't think this will work. I don't recognise that at all. It doesn't feel like silver. You know how it feels more rough, and silver has that lovely smooth quality. Triple booked. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so Jason did a short and called it My Tiny Bits of Jewellery, and they were enormous. So it made me giggle. Rings that you've crafted, I think, as well as some other finds. This is in Marks and Spencer's. We always get lots of M&S in the UK. And acrylic modern bits. There will be lots that appear from this. So I want to get that out because I like it. And it's knotted in. Wow. It's nice and shiny, but I don't think it is anything. It hasn't got the right feel. But, part of this was just the fun of it, really, an excuse to do a live. There we go. Is that the right way around? No. That's what it should look like. Pretty design. But nothing amazing. I will be doing my job lots at some point. Now this is one of those. Let's put hematite with some things. I'll have a little look and see if these pearly bits are pearly pearls. And obviously that's meant to be like coral. Excuse the fingernails. Yeah, you see, there's no forethought gone into this at all. It's just completely random. I'm not sure about those. I don't think that will be all, but it's cute. And it's beachy, so stop putting the beachy lot together. Oh, yes. No random lot is complete without something from the late 70s, early 80s. This one is a black one. You get them in red. Oh no, it's black and white. Very disco, very Studio 54 Lex. Do get a few of those though. I think that's something that's broken. Yes, I do get broken bits, just randoms. Oh, this looks proper gothic. Let's have a good look here. Ooh. And that's got one earring with it, which is a bit tragic because I was rather hoping there was another one. There we go. This is in that very antiqued looking bronzy kind of thing. And there's one sad little earring that's with it. Oh, no, there's two. But they're studs. I was expecting them to be dangles because that's so dangly. You know, they're kind of cool. I don't think they're anybody in particular. It always feels so rough to me, this stuff. Like texturally, it's not very satisfying. But, you know, people like it and it's a nice look. I'm just making a pile here and it's all going to come cascading towards me any minute now. Greatest keyword in this, Studio 54. Yeah, like we ever got to go to Studio 54. Can you imagine? Oh, we've had a field day. Here we go. I'm catching a waft of what I can only describe as a toasted sandwich. So my son at 20 to 4 in the afternoon UK time has decided to make himself some lunch. Or a snack or something. But you know, when you're 17 you can eat anything, can't you? This is it's acrylic, and again it's that very oddly textured coppery brassy look. It makes me do that with my fingers. Oh, okay, this is a little nicer. This is definitely vintage. Here we go. It's natural stones and little glass, I'm presuming possibly glass seed beads. All the colours vary in them ever so slightly. That's quite cute. It's got a little barrel clasp as well, so that's a little vintage item. So have a look. Pretty stones in there. Get lost in stones. Here we go. Right, here we have another non-maker. I'm not sure this really goes with it. It's a very short chain, a rather large enamely randomy pendant that has not been particularly well thought through in terms of design. But there you go. I'm no expert, but I know what I like. I've got something broken here. Darn it. Don't know if I can fix this. Don't know if I can untangle it. Bear with me a moment. I can. There's a multi-strand in here somewhere. It's causing mayhem. Not quite sure what's gone on here. Someone's got tangled up behind something. There we go. Right. Pieces of what would have been, I think it might just need a jump ring actually. It's kind of like that, but split. It's actually quite pretty. It's got mother of pearl. And it is literally, nothing's snapped. It literally needs 2 jump rings. That's actually quite a nice thing. Who's made it? Oh, Accessorize, which is Monsoon, which is quite a nice high street kind of boho-y sort of brand that's been in trouble lately, I think. Oh, a sort of very, I told you that would happen. Anyway. Right, that's fixing. Yeah, very short little, not exactly a paperclip necklace, but it's a very modern one and very light. It's not particularly well done. We have, getting near the bottom now. This is one of those Things on a string. Things on a string. Here we have, here it comes on a big snake chain. It's this. Not quite sure what to make of that. I think it's glass. Yeah, and it's open backed as well. So they're obviously trying to show off the colours. But if it go the right way around. It's one of those long ones that dangles down the valley. So not necessarily something I would choose, but there you go. Right, just a quick bit of shaky. Oh, good Lord. Oh, all right, one's come loose. This is just a little acrylic. One of these. If you see, there's I don't think I got an L, Lex. Sorry to just... Oh. Does it count if it's a bit of an L? That sounds quite unpleasant, doesn't it? I seem to have a partial owl. In other words, I've got his head. I've got his head. I think that's, yes, it's just his head. I'm pretty sure, because there's a thing on the bottom. There should be a body somewhere. So there's a disembodied owl somewhere. So that might qualify as an owl. That goes with that necklace. The enamely one. But again, it is singular. Right, let's undo some things. That's probably going to help. Multi-strands. Now, yes, sadly, I'm not geared up for a giveaway. But it goes to show that in every bag, apart from Lex's yesterday, there is... okay, let's try this. There is an owl, always. An S and a heart. Not entirely sure what that symbolises. It's a very small kind of glaze accessories type arrangement. There we are. I'm showing it off in all its gorgeousness. There we go. And that's kind of on a rose gold finish. Okay, that one, anybody in particular? This would be Marks and Spencer's. Yes, good old M&S. Doing their fishing wire horrors. Yes, you're welcome to it. Yeah, there's tickets on things as well. They didn't bother to take the tickets off. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's that's definitely one for the craft. Okay, we've got a cute little seedy beady arrangement. I really have to get better at showing you jewellery. I can only apologise. When I've got my better stuff, that's the other way around. When I've got my better stuff, I will try and show it properly. I wasn't expecting much from this, and it's kind of delivered. So, but those Goodwill boxes that people get in America, though, sometimes they are incredible, and other times they are phenomenally bad. But then it's worth the gamble, isn't it, really? I don't think our Bernardo's boxes, bags are quite as good, but they can be. Yeah, I'm not really describing that because there's not a lot to say. Right. There's nothing tiny. It's basically all necklaces. So they've literally just gone along the shelf, gone, they haven't sold. Let's stick them in a bag, which is a shame because it does mean you don't get the smalls. This is Oliver Bonas, which, as we all know, is a surprisingly expensive high street brand with too much wear. Sorry, it's peeled. I just can't. So, yeah, people like Oliver Bonas, and I've looked in their shop on occasion and thought everything in there is actually quite badly made. I mean, what a snob am I? And it's quite expensive. But the design ideas are, I can see why it's current and people like the design, but you know, I think as I get older and less tolerant of such things, I think things should be properly made. Particularly if you're going to charge a large amount of money for them, you know, I just think you owe it to your customers to not give them rubbish. But then maybe that's just me. Oh, okay, something's come loose here. I have to say that's pretty in its own little way. It's one of these. It's like a lace, shoelace sort of thing, but actually there's a little boblet just there on the end. I don't know if that is anybody. Can't see any identifiers. It's not missing any stones actually. That's quite a nice boho-y sort of look. Right, we really are down to the bottom now. I sort of small triangulation to deal with. Yeah, that's it. Occasionally you'll do well, but I've not seen anyone really strike out with them. You know, not strike out, do well. There's a lady. She's called Grand Opal, I think. She must buy them by the dozen, because almost every day she unbags one, and it's what she's getting. I kind of feel that I know one enjoys this, the undoing. But I kind of think, yeah, they're not anything these days. Right, I have here. This is a vintage. 3 little faux pearls on a nice flat chain, and it does have a tag. Although it looks more modern, so maybe it's a more modern version of something. 18 karat gold plated. And the gold plating is rubbing off of the little tag. But that is vintage and it's kind of cute, so that's a possible vintage lots. Right, there's 2 multi-strands who are having to divorce each other so that I can look at them. It's difficult to show this one because it's tied itself in knots, but it's a multi-strand. It's one of these ones with the little dingly danglies, gold tone, quite cute, nothing wrong with it. And the final one's a beachy one. No, maybe glass, possibly glass and little bits of shell. That's a nice sort of beachy kind of a vibe with the button on the top. So there you have it. That was my bag. £10 of it. There's a couple of bits in there that I'll be happy might sell. There's plenty that will go into lots, and there's a fair amount that's going to end up in craft. But you know, it was fun to do, and that's why I picked it up. Really, I wasn't expecting too much. But like I say, I will be having a proper sort through of some of the really nice bits of silver that I'm kind of hoarding because I'm not in a particular hurry to sell them because they are kind of my pension. But it'd be very nice to be able to show, you know, some of the high quality pieces that I've come across, and things that I'm still researching and that I can't bear to part with because I like them so much, or I'm appreciating, thanks to people like Jason and Tanya, you know, the workmanship that's gone into them as well, trying to spot things that have been made with that in mind. So, oh, hello, Suzanne. You've come in just at the last minute because I'm about to pop off. I'm about to sod off now. I'm going to get a cup of tea because that's what we do. That's in England. I have like a pint mug because I like a cup of tea in the afternoon. So it was lovely to see you all. I'm looking forward to Lexi's next whatnot. And hopefully, let me know, Lex, if there's still a problem with that payment, because as far as I can see, I've done everything I can, and there's no more buttons to press. But I'm a whatnot newbie, so I guess it's just teething trouble. So, everybody take care. It's been lovely to see you all, and have a good rest of your day. I shall leave now. I shall leave. Well, I will when I end the stream. Ciao now. Bye. Oh, and again.